Vietnam that we were supporting. So we got to take an awesome ride for a couple of weeks about, and actually go see what they're doing. Go see the kids that this is helping. Go listen to them point out, actually, yeah, we need more fans here so they're not burning hot all day. We need a hot water heater for when it's cold in the winter so they can have a warm shower. Milk powder, all kinds of other things that the kids need, medicine. So I can incorporate, again, what did I want my life to be? I wanted it to be travel. I wanted to spend time with family. I wanted to help and volunteer. And you can do all those things together. Again, you don't have to wait till you're a billionaire to get there. So again, think about your goals, what you want to do. Trying to, maybe with my head it'll click better, I'm not sure. Can someone up there click through this? Okay, different from others. So I'm never gonna be the top dog. I'm never gonna be the richest person in the room. There are other people that want to, own 50 billion units. Again, I just wanna be passive and spend my time doing other things. So I don't want that kind of, basically the bottom line is I was not doing as good as I could or should have managing this property, being more assertive with the tenants, all these other things. And there's gonna be some financial outcomes associated with it. But the biggest setback for me was, I felt like I let down my partner. And I had to call her up and say, hey, I fucked up on this. Here's what happened. Here's what I'm planning on doing in the future. I'll pay for it out of pocket or I'll give you a bigger cut of the deal or whatever, it's back. We have challenges, and there's gonna be other challenges that come again, right? They might hit you all at the same time. It totally disillusioned me, and I was trying to get this event together and everything else. But again, sitting in gym, right? So anyway, with all of that, hey, thank you. So anyway, again, just keeping your mindset. What are you doing this for? How are you gonna do it? Just to briefly explain, so we're gonna have 2 stages going at a time. Right here is the auditorium, if you see it on your thing. By the way, raise your hand if you do not have the Hoover app downloaded, WHOVA. Okay, just one person, we'll get you hooked up. Actually, if a volunteer can help them out a little bit later. That has the agenda, everything else in there. You can meet up with people for lunch, there's all these different posts. So check that out. Again, this is the auditorium, that's the classroom. You can walk through this area right here, or you can walk from the foyer out through that way. So in just a minute, we're gonna have a multifamily panel on this stage. And over here, Liz Faircloth is gonna be talk about building a rock star team, kind of 4-hour work week style and outsourcing everything. I'm also a huge fan. So in just a minute, when I ask you if you wanna listen to the multifamily panel on apartment investing, you're gonna stay in here. If you wanna talk about building a rock star team, outsourcing, you're gonna walk through this way and go right there and talk to Liz Faircloth. I think the rest of the announcements we'll just leave for later. So thank you all for coming out. And I'd like all the speakers of the multifamily panel to please come up to the stage. You guys can clap for them too if you want. Where are they at? Come on up, guys, come on up, please. And you each have a microphone up here. So real quick, while everyone's getting set up on the front, I want to ask, how many of you are brand new real estate investors and currently don't own any property? It's okay, raise your hand high. No one's, don't be shy. No one's going to beat you up or anything like that. Okay. How many people in here are actively managing properties versus passive investing? Okay, put your hands down. Now raise your hand again if you're doing some passive investing also where you are not the operator of the deal. Okay, so some of you are doing both, some of you are both active and passive. It looked like maybe 30% of the people-ish are brand new or haven't done anything yet, and the other people have already done some transactions. I know looking around, I know quite a few people who own some property. So anyway, I just wanted to get a feel so both you guys and the speakers here kind of have a feel for who you are. So right now, I'm gonna take this brief pause. If you would like to talk more about rockstar teams, building a team, outsourcing stuff, I want you to stand up and head right through that entryway right over there. And Liz Faircloth is going to talk to you about building a rockstar team, hiring people, managing people, outsourcing your business. If you want to talk about multifamily, you're going to stay with your asses right in the seat that you're already in. So, without further ado, I will pass it off to our moderator, Brian Burke, who will introduce the rest of the panel. Thank you, Brian Burke.
А в каком виде не снимается? Я просто
снимается, но вам нужно выключить потом. Anybody in this room interested in investing in real estate? Show of hands. Who's interested in investing? If you did not raise your hand, you must just feel like you boarded a plane to the wrong destination because you've entered the wrong room. How about people in this room who are interested in actively investing in multifamily real estate?
Надо выключить и заново час.
About half to three quarters.